It all began with a young Sato, emulating his father who was Ultraman as they watched a baseball game. His father played with him for a long time as he forced his mother to play along. Then the alarm rung, signaling the presence of a monster. His father Ultraman left him in his mother care to do what Ultraman does best, saving the world. That was the last time Sato ever saw him. Not until now. Sato has grown to be a fine baseball player as he played for the Giant and had already become a legend at a young age. His mother was late as he usually played her recordings every day. At night he was Ultraman as his father was retired and he inherited his dad powers, but unfortunately, he fights monsters recklessly and was almost defeated by one until the KDF, a top organization, saved him and captures the monster. Sato was about to be featured in one of the top games of the season when alarms all over the city began going berserk. Gigantron just invaded their city, but it was after a package and flew away with it. The KDF led by Dr. trailed with the intention to annihilate her and retrieve the package. Ultraman, on noticing this, tried to rescue her as the KDF blasted him alongside her. Having regained consciousness, he realized the package was an egg as it had hatched into a baby kaiju as Ultraman took the baby to his secret lair to save its life. Dr. Onda arrived with the KDF to the scene of the blast and on noticing the egg had hatched, they captured Gigantron, the kaiju's mom, who was half dead, hoping to find and capture the baby kaiju later on. As the baby opened his eyes, it recognized Ultraman as her dad. As Mina, his AI assistant, gave him tips on how to train such a being. Ken Sato had no time for himself as he was either playing baseball or raising the kaiju. It was taking a huge toll on him and he started performing poorly in baseball and led the Giants to 3 straight losses. Sato was depressed as he called one of his critics for tips on how she handles her job and raising her child. With the few tips he was able to balance work and raising the baby. He prepared for an interview and left the child under Mina's care. On waking up, the baby kaiju couldn't handle the solitary confinement any longer and busted out to the outside world. Sato was alerted as he left the interview in search of her. The KDF, on spotting her, tried to capture her, but Ultraman came just in time. But the baby kaiju was injured during this process as Ultraman rushed her to his lair and called his father, asking for help in saving the baby kaiju. His father visited him for the first time in a while and accessed the baby, which he named Emi after his wife. In no time he was able to adjust her dislocated bone and put her back to shape. Dr. Onda and the KDF, on discovering that the baby could communicate using echolocation, had a plan for the baby to lead them to the secret kaiju island, so that they can destroy all the monsters. Sato and his father, after a brief conversation with each other, became the best of pals again as they take turns to babysit Emi. They were hanging out with Emi outside when some drone spotted her, but she destroyed them. The other drones around the area gave away their location, but they were unaware of it. Emi entered a pupate stage and his father was shot during the attack as Ultraman took them both to the safety of the lair. Their Emi had just finished pupating and grew wings when she spotted her mother communicating with her using echolocation and rushed towards her. Sato, on noticing it was a trap by the KDF, rushed outside, but a bomb blasted him and his lair with his father inside. Mina, his artificial companion, shut down, but before it did, it told Sato to rescue Emi. Emi and her cybernetic mum were spotted leading the KDF to Kaiju Island as Ultraman tried to stop them. The cybernetic mum was ordered to attack and was almost destroyed by Ultraman until he realized it was a real kaiju and Emi's mum, so by using echolocation, Emi was able to help as her mum broke out of the KDF's control. At a point, Ultraman Dad came to help in his costume. Dr. Onda, on realizing that they had been defeated, evacuated all members of the KDF as he transforms their jet to a robot to fight them, avenging his daughter who was killed by one of the kaiju. But at the end he was defeated, but before he died, he put out a nuclear bomb which forces Sato to act, using himself as a shield protecting the whole city from the blast. He survived with a broken arm as Emi and her mum let them both to Kaiju Island. Check out most of our videos on It's Mythical, and if you love animation and movies, like, share and subscribe to this YouTube channel for more exciting recaps like this. We sincerely thank all of our viewers and subscribers, as at the time we are making this video we hit 497 subscribers.